Four brothers step to the right side. You fake guys step to the left side. We just living our best lives. All my people around me, I'm blessed. I can't complain. I can't complain.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you are, however you are, welcome back to the Team Talk podcast. No, because every single episode does this.
I feel like I was on iCardio or some shit. Like, what the hell was that?
That's what I always do though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Team Talk podcast. Today we've actually got a special guest. Do you want to introduce yourself and let them know a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Hi everyone. Yo, my name is Natty Smith. I'm just a regular geezer. Just a regular geezer from the ends, you know, with some controversial opinions. I'm just a regular geezer. But
anything he says, we are not accountable for.
There's a quick disclaimer that any views expressed by members that aren't of the Team Talk podcast isn't reflective of Team Talk's opinions.
Laugh while we're telling you.
So just hold us accountable as individuals. rather than a group.
And especially you as well. You say some stuff.
Yeah.
What do I say?
This time, there's no safety today, you know. No editing out.
What do I say that's fucked? I don't really say anything like that.
You know, I mean, some of the, you know, the female friends that we have describe some of your opinions a tad bit, you know. You know the word. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, let's use our imagination.
I wouldn't say that at all.
But it gets said.
But it is what it is. There was even something I wanted to talk about today, you know. There's something I saw on social media. KJ, you liked it when I tweeted the tweet as well.
I think you just press anything, you know.
Yeah, I think you do, you know. On Twitter, you press. This guy presses anything.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing mad, but it's something that's mad about. It's this thing.
Oh yeah.
Video.
What is that?
Some young people. There's some podcast or a group YouTube channel, whatever. It's called Chit Chat Central. Yeah, so obviously you got to big up them, shout out them, because obviously it's the YouTube channel, whatever. But they said something on their show that I found quite interesting, and I think that we should talk about it. So I'm gonna play the YouTube video on the microphone, and then we can talk about how we feel about it.
Wait, I'm not saying like they need to be able to rise.
Bear in mind, these are just for context, these are like, I'm assuming 17 to 19-year-olds talking about what they think about.
Is that your opinion or?
What's my opinion? Their age.
Yeah. Like,
What are you
can I just ignore him. So yeah, because their age can't be an opinion. Yeah, but I'm assuming they're 17 to 19 years old because that's what
my opinion.
they're
This guy's
speaking about.
shook.
I am shook.
That's what they're just speaking about expectations at that age, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen.
Wait, I'm not saying like they need to be able to rise full figures. No, like they just need to have. I feel like if I can't date someone who's unemployed personally, if you're not employed, unemployed, or you don't have like a side hustle that's making you bread.
You do know, guys. How are you 17, 18, 19 living off your mum still?
What?
So no, let's debunk that. Let's unpack that.
Let's dissect.
What she said
word.
was, how are you 17, 18, 19 and still living off your mum still? What's your thoughts?
I'm confused. So,
what?
As soon as you're 16, you're officially a man, and you must pay taxes and get bills and like, bro.
No, but wait. What? When she's saying you shouldn't be living off your mum, like what?
She's basically asking your mum for peace. They're basically saying you need to be independent and have a job and be working.
Yeah, that's what she could mean.
She could mean that, or she could mean you could live on your own. All depends.
No, they mean working and stuff.
probably-
Because I watched a few minutes of the actual
actual-
video. I watched a few minutes of the actual video, as much of it as I could take because it just got draining. But I watched a few minutes of the video, and they're basically talking like about working and making money for yourself. So not living by yourself. It's literally to do with exactly what she said, which is asking your parents for peas at 16, 17, 18, 19 years old.
If it's like that, then I kind of get it.
No,
Yeah,
really.
No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I understand.
From
that.
19
You're a
upwards,
youth, bro.
19
No,
upwards,
I
yeah.
get it.
17 years
You're a
old,
youth.
17.
17.
No,
you're a youth.
you are you, but you if the way she's saying it, you could be working though. Because I started working at 17.
Yeah, same.
So that's what I mean.
So that's
Yeah,
what
but
she
not
means. Yeah,
everybody-
that's
So
what
I
she-
don't
not
mean
everybody
you-
starts working at 17.
Like,
bro.
yeah, I get
17
what
you're
she
still
means,
very much a child.
but-
Some people do start working at 17 years old,
Yeah.
but for the most part, you are still very much a child. And it shouldn't be. They shouldn't, because the way they speak about it in the video is as if they put like a negative stigma on. They put like a negative kind of stigma on youths that are like 17 or whatever, asking their parents for bread and for them to help them out. Like they're making it seem as though if you're 17, asking your parents for bread, you're like, you get me, you're a bum. What's your thoughts, Natty, anyway?
That's ridiculous because these jobs don't pay as much as you think.
Especially at that age.
What's the minimum wage
Well, for London?
In London, bro.
It's the London living wage is 14, something like
How many hours can they do? Is there a limit?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there should
Like
be
they're
a
not
limit.
allowed to work night shifts or anything like that, and like they can only work like 8 hours maximum, like no overtime.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
At
until-
17 below.
No, yeah, 18 and below. I think it's below 18, so between 16 and 17, yeah.
Right.
So then,
Yeah.
on top of that now, you have to take into account, 16 to 18, most people are still in college, most people doing sixth form. You know, obviously, it's only a handful of people you go on to do apprenticeship straight off the back of
Yeah.
actual school, innit? And it's very hard to get into apprenticeships that actually give you a proper job, like in the long run. So, my thing, I just feel like the expectation, because obviously she's a woman, she's talking on what a man should be doing.
Yeah.
It's just society's just literally applying more pressure on men every single day. It's about, if you don't have this, if you don't have that,
Like they're kids, bro.
Yeah.
These lot are literally. That's the thing about the video that frustrated me. It's like they're youths talking about if you're 17, whatever, and you're not working, like get out of my face, kind of thing.
Just go and
And
have
it's just
fun.
not just have
Yeah.
fun, bro.
And
And at that age, it's
But I
like.
guess
It's our
our
generation.
generation, their generation is
and one
different.
Of, and
you
one
feel
of the
me?
girls wore like her working and being busy a lot as if it was like, she wore it like on her chest as if it was a badge of honor. Really and truly it shouldn't be, because by the time you get to 21, 22 years old, 23, you're going to be tired.
You're
No, but I
burnt
can't
out.
lie. At that age,
I'm tired.
I
all the
mean-
time, bro.
let's all of us, yeah. If I was working, Natty was working, you were working, KJ was working, JP weren't working, we'll kind of see it like that as well. Would you not?
No,
Like
we
everyone
don't.
around
No,
you's
we
not
don't.
like everyone around you. Like how
Everyone
come you're not
around you's
working?
working and you're not working.
At 17. we talking
No,
about
at 17.
No, I'm talking about like 18 a bit upwards.
No,
Yeah, that's-
in the
we're
video,
talking
she's
about
saying
the video.
16, 17, 18, and 19.
Yeah.
I think she said 17, 18, 19.
If she has a mentality at 17 below,
It's a bit shaky.
yeah, it's a bit shaky. Because,
No.
bro, you should be having...
Yeah, you
Your
shouldn't be
life.
worrying about. I don't think you should be worrying about relationships when you're at that age.
Yeah.
Like honestly, because let's be honest, we were all talking to girls at that age, and
Yeah.
nothing of substance has come out of it. Do you get what I mean?
Everybody's
Just some
having
FUN.
fun. Just having
Just
fun.
some
Exactly.
You know what I mean? At that
FUN.
age, you're meant
Experiences.
to just be getting to know new people. You shouldn't be thinking about, oh, damn, like my manager's calling me to come in at this time and come in at that time. I think if you're working at,
When they do full time.
if you're working at that age, at 17, 18, I think it should be more of a gig where you can kind of set the standards for yourself. So you kind of, in a way, can kind of control your hours. It's kind of flexible. You can kind of decide when you want to clock in and clock out, because last thing you want at 17, 18
That's
years
true,
old
I
is to
can't
be
even
going
lie.
home and then explaining to your parents how stressed you are because of the fact that you're going to work, and you shouldn't have to deal with that. I can't lie.
All right, but just to be devil's advocate a little bit, I feel like sometimes working early does instill good like traits and characteristics into people, like
Yeah.
time management skills, things like that.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like people that played sports in school transitioned better in jobs, if that makes sense, because it's like you're used to most sports, like every sport, even if it's like a solo sport, you're still surrounded by a team, yeah, and you're working in that team environment, yeah, and that sport instills disciplines that are similar to work, as in timekeeping, getting there on time, being prepared, like, do you get what I mean, hitting targets, etc., etc. So it's like I feel like when I left year 11 and then I went and I was playing football that season, and I left to go into college, and then I stopped playing football and started working. It wasn't like because I wasn't in a routine of doing something every single day, so it was just like, do you get what I mean? So keeping busy and stuff like that. So
Kind of seamless.
yeah. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. But not gonna lie, I get why she was saying that though. Because for example, me, when I started working, when did I start working? Just before my 17th. Started working. Well, I got a job because my mum, she said, like, because I was going to college and I was studying, and I was like, what, in college 3 days? So the rest of 4 days left, I'm doing night. She just said, oh, you're just chilling in it. Just, you're not and I don't really need, at them times, I didn't really need to study at home. So I didn't need, I'll come home, chill, that's it. Do nothing. And she's like, go get a job. Like, she doesn't, and the thing is, with my mum, she doesn't like it when I look lazy. Or any of my siblings look lazy. And it's got to the point where it's actually in us now. Like, boy, I can't sit at home and not work.
Yeah,
that's with me right now.
I don't think
can't
it should be made.
and not work.
I don't think it should be made an essential, as in like, if you actually go away and look at the video as well, and even from that mini clip, just by like their body language and just the way that they were speaking, you could tell that the angle that the girls were coming at was one where it's like,
it was definitely
because it came from they were speaking like in a relationship context as well.
It was definitely
like,
the way that
there's
we
a pressure
would
on those
think
16,
good.
17, 18, 19, however old they the mutes were. There's that pressure on them to work and have peace. Like they were talking about side hustles. If you're not doing this, you're not doing that.
Side
you're
hustle
not get out my
thing can be
face,
shaky,
bro. It's like relax. 17, 16 years old, chill. Work, focus on school. School is your job, bro. Like you're in school 5 days a week, and you want a man to be making bread. Even in college, if you're in sixth form, you're there 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Bro. So, like, what's that really about? And one of
You
them
think
was even
social media plays a part in this?
100%, and us as well. We failed them because. Like we're part of the reason as to why they think that. No.
Has nothing to do with us.
Our generation is part of the reason why they thought like that because we're enablers.
Nah, man.
We're enablers. We're enablers.
Nah.
It's what? Sorry.
It's definitely what modern
day feminism.
Let's talk about that. Why do you think it's modern day feminism?
You just open up a can of worms.
Why do you think it's modern day feminism?
You need to look at all the influence. You need to look at, first of all, who are these girls watching?
Yeah, that's true.
Who are these girls? Who's influencing these girls to have that mindset? It's not man them. Man can't chat to women. You can't.
Yeah, but
then again,
you can't act like
certain man them that do. Like in America, what they got that Justin LA boy, and they got that other guy. I don't even know his name. That you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not a fan.
I'm not a fan of that guy.
Yeah, them two, they basically say
I know the
like,
Justin guy.
I'm not a fan of the guys like that. What's his
the puppy guy?
Guys like him, I don't like.
On his face,
Not because the guys like him, I don't like. Not because what he's saying is women are agreeing with it and that. But it's like when guys like that say what they say, I don't like it because for me it's coming from an angle of protecting women. Let me explain why. Because he understands the kind of emotional reaction that can get from women.
Yeah.
So he's taking advantage of women by doing that because he knows that the difference between men and women is that men will hear things that women will naturally gravitate towards what they want to hear rather than what they don't want to hear. With women, what they don't want to hear, they will reject. What they want to hear, they will accept. Whereas with men, what we want to hear, we'll accept, and what we don't want to hear, we can tolerate.
Yeah.
We can still take that criticism.
Okay.
So by him saying what he says to women and panders to women the way he does, it's
so you kind of like a pick me in your opinion.
It's not about being a pick me. It's just about him just taking advantage of women's emotions because he understands what that can do to them. Like we can jump on this podcast and say everything that women want to hear, but
that's
and blow up because women spend money, bro. Like if we wanted to start pandering to women today and then suddenly started doing live shows, be full of women. Because those don't throw their peas out. That's what he's trying to do. It's a business.
With that
I
guy
understand that, but you can't act like it's only women that are the problem as well. Like there are some young boys out here that like. I feel like you're saying this like everything's deep rooted in like feminism and stuff like that. But
I didn't say that.
I said no. Wait.
Wait. I'm just saying because JP, you were responding to what I was saying. I didn't say that it was a result of modern day feminism. I just wanted to.
There's a difference between modern day feminism and
I agree with you to a certain extent.
So what's the difference?
bro. So
I want to understand because I actually don't know.
So, with modern day feminism, it's very much. Sorry, let's start from the original feminism.
Yeah, okay.
Feminism was literally there to give women equal rights, like give them a fair playing ground. Now, in today's society, I just feel like modern day feminism is enabling women to just pick out what they want and kind of disregard everything else. Like take out all the positives and then just forget about all the negatives. Like modern day feminists, they don't want the same. They don't want equality. They want what's it? Is it equity or equity? One of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it. But
Equity, I think.
but it's like they want what they want, and then they just
Oh, so
disregard
basically,
everything else.
for example, the traditional ways, like they would they don't really want to cook for their husbands and stuff, but they want the equal pay basically.
Yeah, no, I get it. They want to nitpick.
Because that's what it's.
I think he's saying
Yeah,
correctly.
it's
They nitpick.
They want to
things,
nitpick
basically.
the traditional values that benefits them, that they
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like the man paying on the first date, the man paying for this, the man taking care of them. But when it comes to okay, cool, but these are your roles as a woman as well. It's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that anymore.
Yeah,
We're living in new times. Don't do that. Get that out of my face. I think
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
what
That's
I'm
exactly what I'm. That's
So,
exactly
You know
I'm
what?
saying.
The way he said that actually explains.
Yeah.
Some
Like,
people
so
are actually
partner.
and I get that. I
Women
agree.
want
with
to be on the same level as their partners, basically.
That's not a problem.
I think what you're trying to say is that women want to be on the same level as their partners when it benefits them.
When
I think
when
that's
it
what
benefits them.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you know modern day feminism, when it comes to the same prison time as a man, they don't want that. They don't want to sweep the streets. They don't want to do what do you call it, tarmac and M25 3:00 in the morning. They don't want to do that. Do you understand? So they want executive jobs.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of the times I hear that there's no equal opportunity. But for example, if you look at like agriculture in the UK, it's from like 2019, 2020, that gap, because obviously after that was COVID, isn't it? So in agriculture, like machines and stuff, 2% of women in the UK applied for those kind of jobs. And guess how much women got those jobs?
2%.
0.9.
Oh my god.
That's almost half. That's like 45%.
Yeah.
So it's like it's there. You just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's
It's
my
not the
angle
job.
from
It's not the jobs that you're picking. You want the
the-
office, fly,
Exactly.
auntie
And
vibes.
it just so happens that unfortunately the reality is that those jobs just so happen to get paid. They just so happen to get paid less in those jobs in comparison to the dangerous ones that a lot of men do.
Exactly.
So that's what also creates a questionable debate about men getting paid more than women as well. But it's like a lot of the jobs that women are doing aren't as dangerous as the the jobs that men typically go into. Like if you look at, I don't know, firefighters, I think when it comes to firefighters in the UK, I think only 4% or 5% of women are firefighters in the UK. And when it comes to the police force, I think it's only about 30% and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of things are questionable. So I understand where Natty's coming from about modern day feminism and stuff.
Yeah. So that's my view. My views on modern day feminism. Just,
Do you have any other views on modern day feminism? Like,
you know what? I mean, how I see it, to tackle patriarchy, because that's they like to throw around that word a lot.
Who shall I see where it is? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell us.
Anyways, shall I see where it is? Yeah. I feel like I kind of agree with your last statement about men and women getting like. Do you feel like men and women right now are equal?
No, of course not. But I feel like we're way too different to be equal, bro.
Okay. Can I get some, please?
In terms
In
of
every aspect.
oh,
or-
you've got to elaborate because
Yeah,
I think
that's-
if you
that's
mean
a-
in terms of
vague,
rights,
it's
if you mean in
vague.
terms of rights, I think that
Yeah.
we're very much quite equal right now. But if you're talking about like naturally, like in terms of like biology and stuff, I don't think we ever will be able to be equal. We're naturally just two different types of people.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I don't think there'll ever be equality. But in terms of rights, I think we're the most equal we ever have been. Unless somebody proves me wrong and shows me why, because I don't really know too much about like rights.
I'm not sure.
And, yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to talk about flipping colorism there, and how Everyone looks bare nervous.
I'm not even nervous. Still. I'm not even nervous. And about
I wanted to talk about colorism, and I wanted to talk about preferences. How sometimes it can be seen. I'm speaking generally, not for myself, just generally. Sometimes it can be seen how women can choose men of different ethnicities. Black women can choose men of any ethnicity they feel like, but the black man has to be with a black woman, and the black woman has to be dark. Like she can't be a light skinned black woman because, do you know what I mean? I feel like
colorism.
There's sometimes, you know, it can be uneven. You know,
That's actually true.
but I'm just wondering what you guys' thoughts are in it, because obviously I just read that somewhere.
No, I hear what you're saying, because you do find that a lot of times you find women, obviously black women, obviously we're all black when we talk about.
Yeah.
There's that whole thing about how like they prefer dark skinned men as well, and they kind of brush lighter skinned black men to the side as well. Because
When did that start though? That's a trend, bro. That's a trend.
Do you think it's a
It's a
trend?
trend.
You don't think it will last?
You don't think that like
No,
dark
it's not
skinned
that
or
it
black
won't
women
last.
will like? Do you think that black
Won't
women
last them, boy.
will
No.
always like dark skinned men? I think black.
You know
women
what?
will always-
You know now, yeah. But back in the day, bro, if you weren't sporty, if you weren't road, if you weren't just a popular cool guy, you're not getting no female attention, bro.
It's true.
Especially when you're dark and you're not getting it.
So you think they're more attracted to status?
It's just like even right now, just you know, like you when you have eyes on you, you feel like a trend. Like you feel like so even when
Like Diego,
so
Everyone knows you.
I kind of relate. I kind of relate to like females when they're walking on the street and they feel uncomfortable. Do you get it? I relate to it, fam, because it's like.
So when you know you're looking good, like, do you know what I mean? You feel eyes.
Like, but it's not even about just looking good.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
relate
say
to,
I'm
like-
nothing that.
Relate to like the fact that when women are like, for example, if they walk down the street and they see a bag of man, they feel uncomfortable sometimes. Do you understand? And then even me now, fam, if I walk past a bag of girls and you start hearing slang comments, oh, he's sexy. Like, it's just like, fam, it's just,
happy boy.
no. That's
I
not.
get what you mean, yeah.
No. But it's like, fam,
feel
if this was
intimidated.
when this was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, sorry, 7 years ago, whatever. Ah, man, he's blick, man, or no, not me personally, but that's
Oh,
what
okay.
because
Yeah.
obviously when you have status growing up as well, it kind of
Yeah.
You get a shortcut.
yeah, you get a short, yeah, you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
So thinking on the whole spectrum of just guys who just normal, they
I
do
don't know.
sports, road,
I think-
nothing.
But I feel like, for me, example, I went to a boys' school, yeah. So, literally, you can ask Diego. Everyone used to call each other every name under the book. Oh my gosh! Listen, reckless, like. But it was like, for us, it was just character building type thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I feel like, you know, when it happens to other people, because obviously I don't know how it was in that mixed school, so I never went to a mixed school, innit? So I can never say, it wasn't
you
that
did,
deep.
but,
I went for 6-7 months, you know, I was young. I didn't really experience anything before I moved. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, like for example, I got called, I used to have bad pepper grains. This guy, he just used to be very dark, and he used to get bullied for that. Not bullied, but like, you know what I mean?
I mean, damn near bullied, but it's okay.
People calling them black shit, and then like it just makes like.
That's
you know what
why
I mean?
when-
it builds
That's
character.
it's true. That's why when
You
people
know
are
what,
getting on to me, I come back quickly
Exactly.
because it's
That's
character
true,
building.
it's character
It's
building,
built the
like,
character.
If it wasn't for me finishing school, I couldn't survive the world I
Yeah, it's
survive
true.
now.
For real. That's why when I'm
That's
getting on to
it.
certain people, they're like, "Oh, you're taking it too far."
I live this.
I've done this for years.
this.
I've been knees deep, cuffs all dirty and shit.
You don't know
I've
about
been here.
double science, no work, arguing 2 hours straight. I'm around.
No, I can't. Like in mixed schools, it wasn't the same. Like in mixed schools, I think guys would cuss each other and stuff. Guys would curse each other and stuff, make fun of each other. But I definitely don't think it was the same as maybe boys' schools where it's just a bag of man.
Just imagine
it's a lot more aggressive. There's a lot of testosterone. It's a lot more aggressive. There's a lot more competition. There's a lot more fights. A lot more banter. Definitely. In mixed schools, especially everybody's around girls. Everybody calms down a lot quicker.
Nah, that's why. Like when I'm around you, man, I do certain things because, bro, that's literally secondary school for me. Yeah. All boys. Yeah. So when I'm doing like some rough shit, like I'm just walking, I barge you. I got that in secondary school. It built my character.
Because even like when we were in college, because our sixth form had like 4 different schools. One of them was a boys' school. Even when I was walking through the corridor of the boys' school, I was thinking, bro, it's like.
Sometimes you have to be free, like.
Wait, you're Caribbean,
man.
Do you like?
You're moving mad in the pod. You're moving mad in the pod.
What about the gooch?
Well, you man with these new words, you know. I've been in lockdown for 2 years, you know. You man coming out with some new words.
Lockdown, bro.
Oh, bro. Don't know about
get your ass
gooch.
eaten.
No, bro. That is what are you doing, bro?
Thank you.
What are you doing?
Thank you.
Wait. That is sus. From time you want something up your ass or what are you doing, bro?
All the emotions.
This is what everyone was saying a couple years ago when I said I'm on it, and then now everyone's on it.
No, I'm not.
I've never been
I'm on it.
Oh, you man are falling off.
I've never been on it.